Something to think about today is the sort of the irony of ego is that is that the ego is made up of the unhappy thoughts, the limited thoughts, the putting ourselves down thoughts, the unhappy thoughts, the anger, the depression, the fears, the anxiety, the worries. I mean, we're very familiar with this, they seem to come. We don't invite them. They're just there. I think of them as my roommates. But we've got lots of the other roommates as well, the positive ones. But we can't just, but I think what happens is we take them all as a given. Oh, this is just the way I am. I was born this way. What to do? I've got angry habit, depressed habit. We might have, but we know very well when it comes to skills like music and mathematics, we might start with knowing nothing, but we know we can change it. We're not set in stone. We can learn to have new thoughts. So here we're talking about emotional thoughts. And it's a surprise to us because I think we identify so strongly with whatever's in there. I mean, since a little girl, for me, for example, anger was like my middle name. And my mother didn't have to teach me. It seemed like I was born with it. So I assume, well, this is who I am, what to do. We think this way. It's kind of ironic, But I think we have to have this more positive attitude. And so then we first have to think, well, why would I want to change some of them? But you have to if you don't want to. The Buddhist approach, and we need to look into this, don't just believe it. We need to look into the angry thoughts, the jealous ones, the anxious ones, the worried ones, the fearful ones, and see if they're pleasant, see if you enjoy them, see if they make you happy, see if they help you help others. I think we might deduce that they don't, So they're not set in stone. We are not set in stone. As Lama Zopa says, we can mold our mind into any shape we like. So that's the job to be done. That's the job. Of course it's a hard job. It's the hardest job we'll ever do. Because, these habits are very deep. And the tragedy is we believe them, We believe them. We believe, anger is real. We believe it's me. And then when we hear the story, we believe that story, which is an assessment of me and other things out there. But the mind is super flexible. We can see that learning other things, like I said. But here we're talking about the core of our being, our emotions, These are flexible too. We can mold our mind, and it's really up to us. This is the job. But we have to identify what's there and not be afraid of it. Not over-exaggerate it, but not to suffocate it, not to hide it either. Because part of our problem is, I think, we either think that we have to sort of vomit everything out or we suppress. No. We learn to really be our own therapist, learn to identify all these different thoughts, see the ones that cause us pain, know that they're conceptual stories, and slowly remold the mind, reconfigure these thoughts of ours. It's an ongoing process, but it's absolutely doable. And then we can be a benefit to others. Then we can handle what life throws us. This is the thing, isn't it?